rise up to present this motion under matters of urgent public importance. Also under Order 8, Rule 5, to suspend the relevant rule and present this motion. I so submit, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Deputy Chair of our Rules and Business. The first leg is that it's urgent. Who is supporting that motion? Yes, Milo.
Mr. Speaker, sir, my distinguished colleagues, my name is Aliyu Baffa Misau, FCNA, representing the good people of Misau Dambam. I stand before this honorable house to second the motion ably moved by my colleague. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion is that it's urgent enough to be heard now. Yes, please. The seconder.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, my name is Solomon Wombo. I represent the people of Kasnala, Okum, Logo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Benue State. Mr. Speaker, I stand to second the motion that is urgent enough and the House should suspend the relevant rules to permit my honorable colleague to take this motion now. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Please, Deputy Chairman, you can move on with your motion now.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, distinguished colleagues. The motion is on International Women's Day celebration, titled Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. Mr. Speaker, the House may recall that the United Nations has decided this year's theme is Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress, aimed at tackling economic disempowerment, while the campaign theme is Inspired Inclusion. The House may note that this day, the 8th March 2024, International Women's Day, women gather to affirm commitment to gender equality, celebrate achievements of women, and advocate for the empowerment of women worldwide. The House may further wish to note that it is imperative that we recognize the importance of this day as a catalyst for change, a call to action, and a reminder of the work that still needs to be done to achieve true gender parity. Mr. Speaker, the House may wish to be aware that these international terms of the 2024 commemoration Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress emphasize the significance of gender equality, investing in women, ending poverty, implementing gender responsiveness in budgeting, shifting to a green economy, and supporting women organizations and groups. Furthermore, that the government organizations and individuals need to take concrete steps to promote gender equality, eliminate gender-based violence, ensure equal access to opportunities available, and inclusion in critical decision-making in nation building. Mr. Speaker, the House may wish to observe that women in Nigeria face numerous challenges ranging from poverty, lack of access to education and healthcare, as well as limited representation in political and appointive positions. The the House may wish to organize that the contribution of Nigerian women towards business, education, religion, political and family affairs, both at home and abroad, is fostering development. We wish to further recognize that of the need to advocate for policies and practices that promote inclusively and diversity as we stand in solidarity with women all over the world. The House resolves that to commemorate with Nigerian women and women all over the world on the 2024 International Women's Day and recognize the achievements of women in various fields of societal development and revisit all the gender-based legislations of the 9th Assembly on women participation in politics and other sectorial matters. I so submit, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Remarkable. Honorable Kume, you want to second it? Please go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues, I am Rep. Regina Akume. I've risen up to second a wonderful motion moved on behalf of we women. I thank the honorable member for that wonderful petition. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. I must say this is remarkable, having a man move a motion for Women's Day. It shows that we are really celebrating our women and our wives, our daughters, our sisters, our mothers will be very happy with us today when we get home. Can the women rise for us to recognize them in the house? All the women in the house in celebration, in commemoration of this. We congratulate you for being the pillars in our effort towards nation building. I saw some men are standing when we call women. That shows you the spirit of inclusivity that we are all fighting for, to make sure that there is this gender balance. We commend you and we look forward to having more women in the house in the coming years. I think this motion is referred to Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development. We have another urgent matter of urgent public importance. It's Honorable Kafilat here.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Respected colleagues, my name is Kafilat Ogbara. I represent Koshofe Federal Constituency. I'm from Lagos State, the Center of Excellence. I rise this morning under Order 8, Rule 5, that this House please suspend our relevant rules to allow me to take this matter of urgent national importance on the need to evaluate the implications of the current exchange rates on the 2024 national budget implementation to ensure a balanced budget and increase in the standard of living of Nigerians. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Second.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Akoni Clement Ademola. I represent Ila Boluwadro, the Federal Constituency. I'm from Osun State. I rise to support the motion as ably moved by Honorable Kafilat Ogbara. I so second.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion, who is supporting? Yes.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Mohammed Dang Abba Shehu, member representing Zaki Federal Constituency from Bauchi State. I stand to second the second leg of this motion, honorably moved by my colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Kafilat, you may now lead your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Respected colleagues, I write Koshofe Federal Constituency in Lagos State to move this matter of urgent national importance on the need to evaluate the implications of the current exchange rates on the 2024 national budget implementation to ensure a balanced budget and increase in the standard of living of all Nigerians. The House notes that the initial proposal of the federal government on the 2024 budget forex rate to be based on 750 naira per dollar, while the National Assembly increased it to 800 naira in order to avoid unforeseen events due to global dynamics. The House also notes a causal relationship between the exchange rate movements and microeconomic aggregates such as inflation, fiscal deficit, and economic growth. Evidently, the persistent fluctuation of the exchange rate trended with major economic variables such as inflation, GDP growth, and fiscal deficit, GDP ratio in Nigeria presently. The House is aware that when exchange rates change, the rates of imported goods will change in value, including domestic products that rely on imported parts and raw materials. Exchange rates also impact investment performance, interest rates, and inflation, and can even extend to influence the job market and real estate sector. The House is worried that the weighted average rate, Nigerian forex market, NFEM, offers average of US dollar at 1,488 naira 896 kobo, pound sterling at 1,880 naira 179, and euro at 1,609 347, and Swiss franc at 1,691 350 respectively. The House is worried about the major snag that stemmed from the distortionary impact of the foreign exchange regime from the 2024 Appropriation Act would be difficult to implement due to foreign exchange volatility. Definitely, the exchange rates have already caused a major wide variances in personnel costs, recurrent expenditure, and capital costs appropriated to the various ministries, departments, and agencies. The House is cognizant of the market fluctuations. It becomes imperative for the National Assembly to review amendments to all the items that make up the 2024 Appropriation Act, NTF/FSP, External Borrowing Plan, FX Market, and role of bureaucracy in budget implementation. The House resolves to mandate the committees on national budget, national planning and economic development, appropriation, and the Committee on Finance to carry out one comprehensive assessment of the implications of the forex on the 2024 Appropriation Act and determine the method of alignment of the current forex with the approval of the National Assembly, and also to evaluate the prevailing exchange rates to understand the value of the forex in the local currency and how fluctuations impact the purchasing power and overall 2024 budgetary effectiveness. 3, examine the expected revenue the government anticipates from various sources, including the taxes and other income streams, and how these can help to gauge the financial resources available to meet budgetary demands. And lastly, to review the outlined government spending plans across different sectors, adjust where necessary to ensure that the budget remains realistic and achievable within the economic context, considering priorities and essential areas, and for the report to the House within 6 weeks for further legislative actions. I so move, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, second.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Olufemi Ogunbanwo. I represent the financially prudent people of Ijebu-Ode, Odogbolu, Ijebu Northeast Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion ably moved by Honorable Kadijat. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on National Planning and Economic Development, Appropriation, and House Committee on Finance. Honorable colleagues, the first order of the day is the third reading of a bill for an act to introduce preventive measure and teaching of breast and cervical cancers into the curriculum of a compulsory subject civic education for senior secondary schools in Nigeria, and for related matters, standing in the name of the House Leader. Honorable members will recall that the House adopted the report of the Committee of the Whole on the bill on Wednesday, 6th March, 2024. I therefore call on the Leader of the House to move that the bill be read the third time. Leader, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader, please, can you take the first, the second, and the third at the same time? Just mention their HB numbers so that we can do them at the same time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished honorable colleagues, Abdullah Ibrahim Halims is my name. I'm from Kogi State. I represent the good people of Ankpa, Omala, Lamboro Federal Constituency. I rise to move a motion that a bill number 1, HB 501, bill number 2, HB 502, and bill number 3, HB 550 be read. 1 and 2 be read third time, and the last number 3, HB 550 be read second time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you for the motion. Move. Please, Minority Leader, can you second?
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, Kingsley Chinda, I rise to second the motion that HB 501 and HB 502 be read a third time. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to introduce preventive measures and teaching of breast and cervical cancers into the curriculum as a compulsory subject civic education for senior secondary schools in Nigeria and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to introduce preventive measures and teaching of sexual gender-based violence into the curriculum as a compulsory subject civil education for all secondary schools in Nigeria and for related matters. Third reading.
A bill for an act to introduce preventive measure and teaching of breast and cervical cancers into the curriculum of a compulsory subject, civic education for senior secondary schools in Nigeria and for related matters, HB 501, read and passed. A bill for an act to introduce preventive measures and teaching of sexual gender-based violence into the curriculum of a compulsory subject, civic education for all secondary schools in Nigeria and for related matters, HB 502, read and passed. Honorable colleagues, the third order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act and establish Federal Medical Center, Al-Kaleri, Bauchi State, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Kabiru Yusuf Al-Haji, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 10th day of October 2023, and I invite Honorable Alhaji to move that the bill be read the second time. Honorable, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Kabiru Yusuf Makama. I represent the good people of Al-Kaleri, Hill Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Bauchi State. I am standing here to move a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Center Act 2023 to establish Medical Center Al-Kaleri, Bauchi State, and for related matters, HB 550, be read at a second time.
Any second? Yes, sir. Not you.
Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Right Honorable Ambassador James Shaibu Barka. I second the motion able moved by Honorable Kabiru Yusuf. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable, it's an infrastructure establishment bill, right? So make it as brief as possible.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, one against Honorable Kabiru Yusuf Makama. I representing Al-Kaleri Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Bauchi State. The Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I seek your valued support to allow this bill to be read at a second time. Al-Kaleri is the capital of Al-Kaleri local government area of Bauchi State and is located about 75 kilometers far from the state capital, which hinders accessibility to medical facilities. The Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, from the above scenario, it is in the best interest of the people of Al-Kaleri Federal Constituency, given the size and the numbers of the people of Al-Kaleri Federal Constituency, to have a secondary healthcare facility. That is the Federal Medical Center Al-Kaleri. The Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, from the above scenario, it is in the best interest of the people of Al-Kaleri Federal Constituency, given the size and the numbers of the people within Al-Kaleri Federal Constituency, have a secondary healthcare facilities in the Federal Medical Center Al-Kaleri. The honorable members, honorable Speaker, this may be interest you to know that Al-Kaleri Federal Constituency does not enjoy the present and any government higher institution, whether state and federal, and therefore establish a medical center will go a long way to addressing some of the challenges of the area. The establishment of a medical center in Al-Kaleri town will grant the people of Federal Constituency access to medical facility easily including the people in the village, within, outside of the federal constituency. The Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, based on the foregoing, I solicit your support and allow the bill be read as a second time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I so move.
Honorable colleagues, the question is that the bill be now read a second time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, read the long title of the bill.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act and establish Federal Medical Center Al-Khaliri, Bauchi State, and for related matters. Second reading.
Honorable colleagues, the bill is referred to the Committee on Health Institutions. Most distinguished colleagues, the fourth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to establish gifted and talented center in Transekulu, Enugu State, and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Paul Namchi. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 27 February 2024. And I invite Honorable Namchi to move that the bill be now read the second time. Honorable Namchi, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Professor Paul Sunday Namchi. I represent the good people of Enugu East and issues of federal constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move the bill for an act to establish gifted and talented center in Transekulu, Enugu State, and for related matters be read for the second time.
Any seconder to this? I want to go all the way back. The man with the red cap. Honorable colleague. Yes, you.
Thank you very much, the Right Honorable the Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my names are Engineer Anaye Onwebu. I represent Nigeria through my constituency, Aneri Ojiriwa Federal Constituency. I'm from Enugu State, colleagues. I rise to second the reading of the bill for the second time as ably moved by my colleague. Mr. Speaker, I so second.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye.